Support comes from Missouri Forest Products Association, committed to sustainable and sound conservation of the state's forests, which support more than 41,000 Missouri jobs, resulting in a $10 billion industry. ChooseWood.com.
Welcome to St. Louis on the Air. I'm Sarah Fensky. Last month, COVID-19 claimed the life of Lamont Hadley Sr. He was beloved not just by his family and friends, but by fans who enjoyed his stylings as an R&B singer.
Wave your hand from side to side, yeah. Woo! Check the song out. It's dedicated to all the lovely ladies out there. He says, girl, you know that I'm living to silence. So why you wanna push me to the limit? Ooh, every time you come near, I wanna do what you want me to do, but it wouldn't be cool. Ooh, I'm not cold.
And that is Lamont Hadley Sr. performing Dee Harvey's Leave Well Enough Alone. That's at the Ambassador in North St. Louis County in 2001. Lamont Hadley performed with several notable St. Louis groups, including Master's Touch, Fire 5, and Rare Form. He opened for everyone from Sheryl Crow to Kenny Rogers to Gerald Levert. And on August 21st, he died. And joining us today to talk about his life is his son. That's Lamont Hadley Jr. Lamont, welcome to the show.
How y'all doing?
And we're also joined today by Bridget West. She is Lamont Hadley Sr.'s longtime partner and the mother to Lamont Jr. Bridget, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, Bridget, first I want to say I'm so sorry for your loss. And we appreciate that you're here today to help us all remember this man. Tell us how you first met Lamont Hadley Sr. Did you know he was a rising star at that point?
No, I did not. I first met him. He was meeting my brother, and he kept telling my brother that he wanted to talk to his sister. And so my brother told him where I work at. He came up to the store, and he would always come in and get a grape soda and a Suzy Q, and he would come back in the pharmacy where I work at. And I used to say, why this guy always come back here just to buy a soda and a Suzy Q, not knowing that he was interested in me. So finally one day he asked for, my number, and I gave it to him, and we've been together ever since.
So when did he let you know, hey, I'm actually a singer? Like, there are people out there who know about me, and not just because I'm drinking the grape soda, people who knew his voice.
Well, at the time, my birthday was coming up, and he was on his way to do a show. So I asked him, I said, well, after you do the show, why don't you come and sing Leave Well Enough Alone for my birthday for me? And he said, okay, I'll be there. And he showed up, and he did the song for him, and he did an amazing job. Mm-hmm. And that's been my song ever since.
That is amazing. And boy, he had such a voice. And it really seems like his career took off not long after he met you. Lamont, I'm wondering, what did your father consider among his proudest moments as a performer?
One day, the group LLC, that's the group y'all forgot that he was with too. That's part of Master Touch. And they opened up for Ronald Isley, the Isley Brothers at the Fox Theater.
That's pretty big.
And, yeah. And they put their clothes on. They changed their clothes from their stage clothes. And my daddy said, I want to go out and enjoy the show because I never saw Ronald Isley perform. And in the midst of that, they walking down the aisle, Dennis Edwards from the Temptations, the legendary Temptations, stood up and yelled. He said, hey, Lamont. And my daddy turned around, like, who was that calling me? And he said, hey, this is Dennis Edwards. He said, man, you the baddest in the city, man. He said, you sold those roses like that. And he opened up for Will Downing not too long ago, maybe last year, and the standing ovation. He have had multiple standing ovations. He cried. Sorry if I tear up.
Oh, I understand. I mean, just, and thinking about that connection he had with the audience, it sounds like he really relished the response he got from the people who loved him.
Yeah, that was his thing. He loved singing. I was his stagehand, which is my mother too. His song list, anything part of the show, me and my mom helped him out and does like behind the stage things. And to see him getting prepared for the show, he shows it on stage in front of the audience. But me and my mom and our family see these things behind the scene, and he gets in this zone. And he don't want no arguments. He don't want no talking. He just thinking about this show. That's what and especially a big show like Will Downing. He opened up for Wendell Brown. All these major artists, the Delphonics, all these major artists. He goes into another zone like Jordan in the fourth quarter. He loves singing. That's his passion. He loves to bring people around. He talks to anybody. My grandmother say my grandfather, which is her father, was a country boy, and he just waved at everybody. And my father is the same. He talks to anybody. Me and my mom, we be out shopping. He knows everybody. He gonna stand there and give you his undivided attention to anybody. I don't care who it is. He's gonna sit. His persona is not. I'm a legend. I'm average, but with his craft, he's going to show you I am a legend. But for his personality, he's going to talk to anybody and show you just abundance of love when he's around family and friends.
Bridget, I understand that in addition to being this legend on the stage, he was also a school bus driver. Did that same personality that your son is describing, did that carry over into the work with the kids?
Oh, my God. All the kids love him. We'll be out, and they will be like, "Hi, Mr. Hadley," and he'll say, "Hey, you don't remember me? You was my school bus driver." He used to take the kids on Friday, and when he got paid, they knew it was the day that he was going to take them after practice, take them to the store, take them to the Chinaman, get them something to eat before he dropped them off at home. And those kids loved him. I mean, he had the connection.
It sounds like he had that connection throughout life. He had that when he was on the stage. He had that one-on-one. He had that driving a school bus, which I'm sure can be a pretty stressful and frustrating job. What do you think motivated him to just have that love and connection with people, Bridget?
Lamont has an attitude that everybody will love him. I mean, every time you see him, he got a smile on his face. Even when he's mad, he has a smile on his face. The neighbors, everybody he come in contact with, they just take a hold of him. And Miss Cruson, she presented the group with the key to the city. And I had called her and told her about his passing. And she called me back, and she said, I would never forget him. She said he had such a sweet voice, and he really could sing. She returned my phone call. He just come in contact with everybody. Everybody loved him.
Well, he was such a big deal here in St. Louis. Lamont, do you think was he ever tempted to leave St. Louis and try to go to, say, L.A. or New York and take it to the next level?
Oh, yes. He actually was with MC Hammer. The group Master Touch was signed to MC Hammer prior to MC Hammer engagements when he fell with law type of situations. But my father actually got the group that contract. He sang in front of Hammer, and Hammer say, "Man, well, do you have any money? Are you good?" And he say, "Man, I spent almost my last to get here." And he say he gave him $500, and he say, "Hey," he told his brother, he say, "Send him up to my room, man. He's amazing." And Hammer loves him ever since. He has been all around the world, singing for the Platters in Spain for 2 years. He was with the Spinners, Spinners Review. He's been all around the world. My mom has been out to Spain and other cities with him. I was too young at the time, but yeah, he really that was his dream for me to fly with him. And since I was older now, and he's been, I'm talking about all around the world, doing this music. Yeah.
Well, I know he was working on new music even up until the point that he got sick. Bridget, how did you
Yeah.
first become aware that he was ill this summer?
Well, first he had cold because the type of job that he do, he's in and out in the heat, and then he get in the truck and he turned the air up real high. And I used to tell him, quit letting that air blow directly on you. Let it blow around. So he came in and he was saying that he was coughing. And I told him, I said, you need to go get that checked out. Mm-hmm. Well, they realized it was, he had pneumonia. And then that's when he went to the hospital. But once they got him there, they tested him. And then he tested, with the COVID.
Okay, so that's when they realized he had COVID-19. Did you realize initially just how serious a case this is? There's a lot of people who get it and don't get that sick. He obviously wasn't one of those.
Right. Well, COVID, any way you see it, is a scary situation.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you pull out of it or you don't. Mm-hmm. Just the name COVID scares you. When they tell you that you tested positive, don't nobody want to catch it.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, when you say COVID and you're positive, that's where people go into a mode. Some people pull through, some people, don't. It depends on your health. Mm-hmm. If you have health problems, some people don't. But Lamont wasn't the type to have no bad health problems. He wasn't on any type of medication, only for allergy and things. He was in good health. Heart, no blood pressure, no cholesterol, no nothing.
And was he ill then a long time after he was diagnosed with COVID?
He went in on July the 10th, and he was in all the way up until his passing.
Oh, so that was many, many weeks in the hospital. That must have been so hard for your family.
Yeah.
And I know Sylvester Brown just wrote a terrific piece in the St. Louis American. I want to encourage people to read this. It's linked on our website, which is stlpublicradio.org. And there has been lots of other coverage of this, too. As you say, the mayor herself reached out. Have you heard from many fans, Lamont, knowing that your father died and just wanting to reminisce and remember his career?
For me and my mom, we want to push his name still because I have the same name. And I'm just going to still push his name because that's the type of person he is. He I feel in spirit he's still going to carry on on this earth. That's the being he was. So I'm just so happy that you guys are reaching out to me and my mom to do these things, and it brings emotion because these are the things he wanted. He's been on a radio station many a times, but these flowers that you guys are giving him, he would have enjoyed this, for you guys to do a segment on him. And I know he's smiling right now at me and my mom doing this. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, me and my mom, for you guys doing these things. St. Louis Real News, I thank them. They was the first ones to do an article on him, and they didn't ask us no questions, and they had everything mapped out right.
That's great.
And for you guys to reach out, this is big. This is big.
Well, Lamont, thank you so much for saying that. And we're so grateful that you and your mom were both willing to join us and share about his life. I know this is such a hard time for you, and sometimes it's hard to revisit these things, but we appreciate you doing that because it's great to just remember everything he achieved and this wonderful music that he left behind. So,
yes, ma'am.
So, Lamont Hadley Jr., thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And Bridget West, thank you. And again, our condolences for your loss.
Thank you so much for having us on.
And I want to go out of this segment here with just a little more Lamont Hadley Sr. This is also from his 2001 show at the Ambassador.
I better leave. Well, I know. I said I know. Thank you so much. Mr. Lamont Hadley. Thank you so much.
And that is Lamont Hadley Sr. performing in 2001. He died last month from COVID-19. This is St. Louis on the Air on St. Louis Public Radio. That's 90.7 KWNU.
Support comes from the Missouri Forest Products Association, providing more than 41,000 jobs in the production of wood pallets, railroad ties, white oak barrels, hardwood floors, and more. Details at choosewood.com.